yeah, no, that guy did just fine. And it's still doing fine, right? And I see him all the time.
Kind of money.
Yeah, Snoop.
He half that in cash.
He owns a record label, and he's actually one of the hosts of a game show.
Oh, what game show does he do?
It's on that thing that I sent out. I can't remember which one.
Yeah, and did he buy Death Row Records? Am I correct?
He did.
Yeah,
like in the last 6-7 months.
Yeah, that's a big deal. You know who does scare me? Suge Knight.
Suge Knight.
No, that guy scares me to death.
Yeah.
Did you say Betty White?
Yeah, well.
Well, she would now.
I think she works in a, yes, exactly.
She's
come
like
back as a
Insane
Ghostbuster
Olaf.
ghost.
Boo!
Yeah. Shucks, Betty White.
Yeah, and we still have...
got an autographed picture from her, and it's...
Geez, how'd you manage that?
What do you call it? Personalized.
Oh.
Yeah, her and her dog. I forget her dog's name now. Yeah, I wrote a letter to her agent and said I would love to have a autographed photo of Ms. Betty White. And like 6 months later in the mail, I got a...
That's awesome.
Yeah, 8x10, her and her dog.
What kind of dog?
It looked like a golden retriever.
Jeez, well, that's just perfect,
I guess she worked in animal rescue stuff, right?
Betty Golden?
Huh?
Betty Golden?
Betty Golden.
The dog's name. Betty Golden.
Oh, no, I don't know what the dog... She wrote the dog's name on the thing, but I can't remember what
it's like Carrie Fisher's dog's name is Gary Fisher.
Oh, nice.
Nice. Yeah, I wonder if Betty White and like Doris Day also was active and that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
What if they knew each other? Probably.
I'm sure they did. I mean, they were. She started
contemporaries.
She started acting in like the 20s or 30s.
Something pretty early.
Yeah,
pretty early.
She was a hottie back in the day too.
Hottie all the way through, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess.
GGILF. Great grandmother.
G Gilf.
GG Gilf.
No, it would be G Gilf.
Well, I don't know. I'm not going to kink shame somebody.
Great grandmother I'd like to fuck, yeah.
Oh, my goodness, guys.
Keeping it classy.
Yeah, well, I don't know. We should probably get some music or something.
Oh, what?
Well, speak of the devil.
Yeah, we can get this party started.
Yeah.
Start the party.
The Gong Show. Soon we'll be making lots of fun. The Gong Show.
Oh, yeah.
Gotta do my best, Bill Murray.
Bill Murray. Yeah, so Todd, you let us know. And
was that Bill Murray doing Star Wars?
Exactly, man.
Great.
Come on.
Oh, man. Star Wars.
That's right.
Oh, my God.
That was it. He was doing it to the tune of The Love Boat.
What a dork.
Goodness. Welcome, one and all, to Our Town Podcast. Coming to you from the historic Renton Civic Theatre in beautiful, beautiful downtown Renton, Washington.
Yes.
How's it going, guys? Tonight's show is all about game shows.
Game show.
And do you know why, Todd? Tell them why.
Because in like 3 or 4 days, we're going to be doing a Gong Show.
Well, by the time you see this, it'll be tomorrow.
That's right. I keep forgetting.
If you're watching it on Friday.
Einstein was right all along.
Exactly.
Whoa.
But we will be recording the show, the Gong Show, as well. And I don't know if that's going to be on, the tubes or behind the paywall or whatever, members only. We haven't decided yet. We'll talk about it.
At the very least, I think we should put up some reels or some shorts.
Oh, yeah.
And then if you want to see the whole thing, you have to buy it.
Yeah. So if you're watching this on Friday or Saturday morning, Saturday afternoon, come on down, 7 o'clock. The door's open. It's only $10 to get in. We've got like 11 talents.
Yeah.
And I say talents?
And we say talents, and we mean like, talents that you'd see.
Each one, I guarantee.
Busking down at the Seattle.
Oh, yeah. They're professionals, right? They're making money. Yeah. And we've got the motherfucking hayfields,
yeah, we got
boys.
Yep.
Man.
Right.
Oh, yeah. Marianne and Romeo. It's a stacked deck. You can't beat it.
Sarah, the judge, last-minute replacement judge, but she's going to be great.
So where do we know Sarah from?
I've known Sarah for a couple of years. she is a co-worker of the Better Half, and she is funny. She's a big-time Star Wars nerd. She loves good dad jokes and puns, so she is just, and I think she's going to be both flowery and a little sweet and spicy. I think it'll be good.
Stop selling it so much.
I know, geez. I think you had Todd in Star Wars.
Yeah, you don't need to go any further than that. You just keep adding on cool stuff, man.
Oh man.
Great.
So yeah, it's going to be a fun show.
And I suppose you're going to tell me she's already taken.
I don't know if her boyfriend's going to be here or not, but I mean, whatever. He's a real good guy too. You know, he is an engineer for Coca-Cola, and he is responsible for all that plastic that ends up in the oceans. No, Wayne, I'm just kidding. But the plastic bottles that come into the bottling place, they come in as a certain like a plug, right? And then they have to inflate it.
The injection
so he's
molding?
in charge of all the machines that do not the injection molding, because it's already molded when it gets there, but the machine that expands it and then fills it with the sweet nectar.
I was going to say, can he get me some like unused Star Wars Coca-Cola bottles? That'd be cool.
I don't know.
Have you ever seen those?
I have not seen those.
They're Coke bottles they sell at Disneyland. They look like the little detonator that Leia has in the beginning of.
Oh, sweet!
Oh, sure.
Yeah, I don't know.
I believe that's a thermal detonator.
That's right, thermal detonator.
Yeah.
You know, the thing is when they first started selling them, they weren't allowed to bring them on planes because the TSA thought they were bombs. And they're like, no, it's a plastic bottle, a Coke bottle from Disneyland.
Yeah.
But why does it look like a bomb?
How they feel about Capri Sun. They shit themselves.
But all that nitrous that you put inside of it, that's what the issue is. But no, it's good. Like I said, it's going to be a great show. And so in honor of that, we are doing a show about game shows. Everybody's favorite pastime. Are you guys big game show guys?
I mean, I like them. I don't know if I go out of my way to watch them. Although I did really get into watching the Alec Baldwin version of Match Game that was out a few years back.
Yeah, I don't know that one.
Yeah, no, man, neither.
You don't know Match Game?
Well, I know Match Game, but I don't know the Alec Baldwin version of it.
Yeah, it was on. I don't know if it's still on TV or not. I haven't seen it in a while, but it's
Jesse
really
the
good.
Body would say they scrubbed the internet.
That's right. Hey, no,
what an interesting guy that guy.
No, I'm into it. Yeah, but
we got to see. We got to see Jesse, and we've got proof right here.
Boink.
Yes.
Oh yeah. No, what a guy. Great, gracious.
Yes.
What a guy.
Super nice, and you know,
I still scrubbing the internet, just like they say. Well, can't you just tap into the mainframe? Those are words we like to say, but it's not actually
the reality.
But really, can you hack a Gibson?
Yeah.
Is it a guitar? No,
but I bet if Jesse the Body were going to be in Renton, he would be at the Gong.
I bet you would, with the security detail.
Yeah, with the security detail.
Yeah.
And we would let him come in. And we'd let him come up and give a 10-minute
I'd let him
dissertation.
I'd let him do some wrestling moves as long as I didn't die.
Yeah, is he going to come with his boa and his sunglasses, his feather boa?
Yeah, I don't know. If
I don't see him doing that today. I think those days are far behind him.
Yeah.
No.
What about you, Mike? Are you a game show guy?
Geez, well, I haven't had a television in many years, but I remember when Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, I think, first came along. Is that the one you get a lifeline?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, because I liked that.
I always wanted to be somebody's lifeline.
That show evolved into The Weakest Link, too, I think.
As around the same time.
But I have fond memories of being a kid and being homesick or whatever.
It's essentially the same show.
Watching like Price is Right.
Price is Right. Joker's Wild.
Stuff. Yeah.
Joker's Wild. That's the one that Snoop does now.
Is it really?
Joker's Wild.
Oh man, did they all get high and watch it?
I don't know.
Probably. I'm sure he has his own green room.
Nice. Well, in honor of game shows, tonight's safe word, if anybody feels distressed or put upon or whatever, the safe word tonight is whammies. Whammies.
No whammies.
Exactly. So you just shout it out. We'll stop the show.
That was
and
part of the Joker's Wild, wasn't it?
I think that's Price is Right, isn't it?
Wait. Was it? No, there was another show they had like something similar. But yeah, I think you're right.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Right.
Yeah, but going back to what Mike was saying about staying home from school, it was always Price is Right? And
because it was that or soap operas, right?
soap operas. There's nothing else on.
It was game shows, soap operas, or whatever was on PBS.
Because all you
that's
millions
like
of
gonorrhea or syphilis, right? It's like, what a shitty choice.
I'd take the gonorrhea.
That was back when there was only 3 channels, folks.
Definitely the gonorrhea.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, it's
Now-
4, 5,
now-
7, and then kind of 9.
Now you can watch all kinds of weird stuff, and then of course we have like streaming channels now,
Yeah,
which
no,
are
we
like
got
dedicated
YouTube,
channels
yeah.
to one show. Have you seen
Lucky
that?
sick children now.
Yeah. Mom, we had a little black and white TV set.
Yeah,
It was
no,
like
us
a
too, man. It was
12-inch
tiny.
little
Oh, yeah.
screen. And when we got sick, it was the portable TV, so you could take it to your bedroom and sit in bed and watch the little black and white set. But we didn't know any better back then, man.
You know, and we had a mohair couch. It was the least comfortable thing to have on, like fever skin or whatever.
Yeah.
I remember having chicken pox in a mohair couch. I'm like, what kind
God.
of cruel ass shit is this?
You didn't wrap up in a sheet or anything?
I'm sure I did.
Yeah.
So
Prayed for death.
I think it's on Pluto TV. They have like full channels, like streaming channels that play nothing but one show. Like there's the Price is Right channel. There's
Oh my
Man,
God.
That's a lot of a good thing.
Well, here's a fun fact about Price is Right, guys. There have been over 9,000 episodes of
Wow.
The Price in the history, because it was on for a while and then it left and it came back on. But
Isn't that the most of?
9,000 episodes. Yeah, it's the longest running
Sure.
game
I don't
show.
think it ever went away. I think it's always.
I thought there was gaps,
It has
but I could be
always
wrong.
been.
No, Bob Barker's been the host for fucking ever.
1972
It's
to
written in the
2007.
ancient
And then that's when
Sumerian
Drew Carey took
uniforms.
over. Yeah, so it never went away. It's
Yeah, and there was
they
somebody before Bob.
There
too,
was
that
they
was
switched
on
hosts. Yeah, there was the original host, which did it for like 5 or 10 years, or whatever it was.
Yeah, Mephistopheles, I think is name. Like some old ass shit. It's like that's back in the day, bro.
Mephistopheles?
Yeah,
there. Joe begat Mistiphilis and begat Bob Barker.
that's what I heard. That's what I heard.
Man.
It was written.
I don't know. There's a lot of begatting going
Yeah.
on, and I want to be a
Yeah,
part of
but
it.
it's great, and that way they get to plug because they need to make money too, right? Because it's a television program.
Oh, yeah.
They're gonna buy that space, but then they're giving away a car, so they make sure
Well,
to push what car it is.
Glad you brought that up, because as of November of 2009, Price is Right had given away approximately $250 million in cash and prizes.
Wow.
That's just
That's a lot.
bonkers, right?
It's a quarter
But 9,000
billion dollars.
episodes, man.
Yeah, so that's what, $8 an episode.
And they're probably, it's all sponsored, right? Like Rice-A-Roni's giving them the stuff to give away.
Because they get a plug and
Right.
the tax write off. Forget
Right.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know that. So you're saying that we could say donate some swag from the old podcast.
We could.
Yeah.
Give it
God.
away. I'd be happy to donate, man. We got some temporary tattoos coming just in time for the Gong Show.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
It's the flaming pickle that Mike is going to get placed on his body
Maybe Drew
somewhere.
Carey and I, if you give him a temporary tattoo, maybe he and I will both get one. It'd be great. Is he the host of Price is Right? Is that what it is?
I think we should all put one of those on ourselves. One of those temporary tattoos.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah.
I'll let you guys go first.
I don't know where I'm going to put it, though.
On your lower back, man. That's where it's supposed to go.
Now I'm a little too hairy back there.
Well, then you shave
No,
first.
I'm not shaving to put a
Oh,
temporary
my
tattoo.
God.
It's going to be itchy for weeks.
Or put it on your belly like the Thug Life tattoo that Tupac has.
Oh, I just do a row of flaming pickles. The wife.
How
would dig it.
big are they?
I think they're 2 by 2.
Yeah.
They're not that big.
Oh,
They're
yeah. It's
bigger,
not
yeah.
like a massive
Oh,
thing,
my God.
man.
Yeah, well-
I'm not buying 1,000 little
Yeah, it's like
massive.
$18,000 investment. Yeah.
Man, oh, man. But yeah,
Nope.
those will be available to all.
Yeah, if we get
attend.
one more, Patreon subscriber, maybe we could.
Yeah, we'll
Looking
get
at you,
we'll
Bob
go big
Barker.
time.
Come on, Barker.
Yeah, Bob
Yeah,
is
you got
a
Bob.
local boy.
I did not know that.
Is he really?
He's grew up, born and raised in Darrington, Washington.
Oh, geez. No, it's
Yeah.
a beautiful part of town.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And I think I mentioned you guys before the show. I went to Monster Golf, which is up in Factoria, and it's a putt-putt golf, but it's indoors, and it's all like monster themed, right? So they have little aliens that pop up
Didn't
out
know
of
that
the
was a thing.
And it's all black light, and all the balls are glowy. And they have murals on the wall, and all the murals are locally themed. So like they have a mural of Cougar Mountain, and the top of the mountain is like a ferocious cougar coming at
Adam
you.
West.
They had Adam West climbing a wall, and one of the ones they had, and I'll put a picture of it right here.
Point.
It is of Bob Barker, and he is a vampire. And the guests on The Price is Right, they do the showcase, but there's 3 of them. They had Baby Got Back. Oh, man.
Sir Mix-a-Lot?
Sir
Mix-a-Lot,
Mix-a-Lot, and they had
We'll edit that later.
they had Kenny G, and they had a guy, and I can't remember his name, but he is a world champion bagpipist.
Oh.
Is that how you say that? Bagpiper? Bagpipist?
I think they're Piper.
Is it Piper?
Yeah.
He's a bagpipist in my world.
Yeah.
But Dory something, Jory something. But they had this huge mural. I took a picture of it.
Yeah,
I've shared it with you. But yeah, it's a fun place. And I was like, why do they got Bob Barker? Because it's all local stuff. And I looked him up, and sure enough, he's a Darrington kid.
Geez, that's great.
I don't know where Darrington is, to be honest.
It's up towards Skagit.
Yeah, north and east, right?
Yeah. And then I can't remember what river that is. But
No.
It might even be the Darrington River.
It's beautiful country. That's like tulip
It is.
country, isn't
It's
it?
really pretty, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, so the same guy, I told you the story about the guy not paying me for digging that big-ass ditch. To me.
Right.
The same guy previously had hired me to go to his brand-new property in Darrington and cut down a bunch of trees. Like, what a piece of shit.
Oh, my God. Did he pay you for that one?
Yeah,
Man.
Well, at least he paid you for that one.
yeah, but geez, just unreal.
Yeah.
Why do you move to the country and then make it the city?
Right?
Yeah,
There's a
Because he
reason.
doesn't want neighbors, probably.
I don't know. It's weird. You'd see him a lot better if you cut down all the trees than if you left the trees up. Then you can't see your neighbors.
I don't know, Mike.
People.
People do stupid shit all the time, man.
There we are.
Back to the podcast.
Oh, hey.
Meanwhile, back at the podcast.
Did you guys know that Truth or Consequences was the first American TV game show? There was a British game show that came out first, but this came out in like 1950.
Isn't that the one that had like the controversy
It might be with Stemple and Van Doren,
Or
the
whoever,
quiz show
They
stuff.
were
Yeah,
fed answers or something.
Yeah.
yeah, but they had started out in like the late 40s on the radio, and it translated, same host, went over to the TV. But Bob Barker hosted that from 56 to 75 before
Wow,
he
there
was
you go.
on the
Yeah.
place. So 1956 to 2007.
That's
that guy
early.
I think that was that controversy was mentioned in the that movie. I think it was Confessions of a Dangerous Mind, because that was a movie about Chuck Barris.
Yeah. I don't know if they mentioned that in that movie. I recently watched like the second half of that movie just because of the Gong Show coming up, and it's a fun little flick.
He actually died just a few years ago.
Yeah, lung cancer.
And who
He-
plays Chuck in that? Is it
It's that one dude,
It's, Sam Rockwell.
Yeah, who I really like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was
you
really
see
good
that
in
movie
it.
Moon
Yeah.
with him? That's
Yeah.
a crazy
Yeah.
movie.
Charlie's Angels.
Charlie's Angels.
You know,
Great
but Chuck was a professional poker player too for a while.
Who
Yeah.
was? You were?
No, Chuck Barris.
Oh.
Yes.
The game
That's
show
why
host
I'm
we're
here.
talking about.
I have no money.
Different Chuck.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
And the stuff with Chuck Barris, even though it's not quite on subject here, but that's all verified, or this is him.
No, I think he came out late. You mean the CIA stuff?
Yeah,
I think he came out later and said he was bullshit
Oh,
and stuff. And the CIA was quick to be like, we don't even know.
Yeah,
this
but
guy.
what else are they going to
Yeah,
say?
exactly.
Right? It's like,
flashbulb.
we can confirm nor deny his statement.
Yeah, no, they were like, we deny. So that just leads you to believe that it's got to be real, right? That he was a hitman for the CIA. But he's even come out and said, no, it was all.
Did he really? I
Yeah.
just I haven't actually looked into him more than seeing that movie and just really enjoying the original Gong Show.
Yeah. And game shows were a big hit up until the late 50s when, as Todd mentioned, the quiz show scandals. They had, I think it was Truth or Consequence, maybe then.
I thought it was in the 40s that happened.
It was no, it was 50s. But they had a guy from Brooklyn that was really good at it. He was like the returning champion for several weeks, and they were like, we need some new blood. We want to bring in somebody that's, younger, handsomer, prettier, blonder, whatever. And so they had this guy tank a couple of answers so this guy Van Doren could come in and be the new champion and win people over. And it was a subject of a movie that Robert Redford directed called Quiz Show.
Okay.
So it's actually a really good movie. It's got Joseph Fiennes' brother, Rafe Fiennes. He plays the Van Doren character.
Joseph Fiennes' brother.
I can only think of Joseph.
You know the one who plays the person you're not supposed to say his name?
Yes, he does. Yeah, he shall not be named. And the English patient.
Oh, yeah.
I think he's like a 2 or 3
Voldemort.
time nominated. Right?
Well,
I like that guy. And
but his brother, Joseph.
Sure.
He's on The Handmaid's Tale, his brother.
Right, I know that guy's done just.
I've never watched that. Yeah.
Oh no! Well, we don't need to watch it.
We're living it.
Oh man, so dumb.
Yeah. No, but a good show. They had and so quiz shows kind of fell by the wayside for a little while after the scandal came out that they let this guy
came back in the 60s pretty fucking hard.
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
Because that's when like all the ones that are still on TV today really started, I think.
How much of that had to do with changing the color, you think, and kind of the new hi-fi stuff, or
I don't know,
because they're splashy, but they're not.
I mean, the dating game was like really fucking brightly colored and stuff.
Do any of them have live bands? Like talk shows always have
just
a live
the Gong
band.
Show that I know of.
Yeah, Gong Show I think is the only one that had a band on stage with everybody else.
Yeah.
So what I'm hearing is the Gong Show is the best.
The best. Absolutely.
That's what I mean.
I mean, did either of you guys watch any of the clips of the newer Gong Show?
No, I still haven't.
Oh man,
which I feel like I should revisit.
I mean, it's really not much different other than the fact that the character playing the host is like a British comedian, but it's Mike Myers as his character. He's wearing prosthetics on his face to make him look different.
Nice. Well, the top TV Guide's top 10 game shows of all time, and you guys might remember some of these. I don't remember all of them, but at number 10 is the Match Game.
Yeah.
And then at number 9, go figure, it's the Match Game PM, which must have been the primetime version of the same show. I don't remember Match Game either.
Match Game is essentially
like a dating game?
No, it's essentially Cards Against Humanity. They read a card that says blah 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 blank, and you have to fill in the blank.
Oh,
and then the celebrities fill in the blank, and then the contestants have to match their answer.
Gotcha. Coming in at number 8, Mike mentioned this earlier. Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
And was that a Regis Philbin thing?
It started out.
Well, the original one was in England, but
was a British dude. Yeah, and so I mean, this is taking us back, but the first was Truth or Consequences in the U.S., and was the British one also Truth and Consequences?
I don't know.
Oh.
No, it wasn't.
Okay.
I remember it being a different name.
So it's not like, because we took London's Got Talent or England's Got Talent and kind of...
Britain's Got Talent.
Britain's Got Talent and kind of made it our own.
Well, I mean...
And even took Simon Cowell, right?
Yeah, I mean, the same...
Is he from that original show?
Yeah, he was. He's one of the people that run the show.
Oh, I could see that.
It's his show.
That's right, England. Anything you can do, we can do.
Well, I think that's well established. Thank you very much.
Although I will say
a few things that they're pretty
although
good
their sitcoms are better than ours, the ones we've borrowed and made our own. I mean,
like Office, I guess.
Specifically The Office, and Three's Company was also a British show first.
Come and knock on our door. for.
Da, 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 da.
We've been waiting for
Yeah, but
Although-
they have, yeah. So who? Yeah, geez. I
They,
forgot.
although they didn't have Barney Fife, so
Yeah, man.
Where the kisses are hers and his. Three's company too.
yeah, I don't think that show would really
Yeah,
work
Mr.
today.
Furley's the man. I got to use "Don't Make Me Go Furley" on you, which was cool. And I think the guy got it.
Oh my God!
Watching
Don
you through the
Knotts.
bedroom window.
Even Mr. Roper, though, Mrs. Roper,
Oh, yeah.
always like lusting after Mr. Roper. It's like give it up and go to the
that
bar.
was like the
Yeah,
senior citizen
yeah.
version of Al and Peg Bundy.
Yeah. I think that's
Yeah.
where Alan Peg Bundy probably got most of that.
The shtick, anyway. And she wore
But
those
then
crazy
Furley was-
moo-moos and shit. Oh,
She's all trying to look like
Because where were they? They were in the Bay. Where?
Los Angeles.
Okay.
LA
Oh,
area, yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Southern California.
Yeah,
But
man.
Chrissy Snow, man, what's her name?
Suzanne Summers?
Suzanne
Yeah, Suzanne Summers.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't seen her
Yeah,
recently.
and she still
but, yeah.
comes around.
She was pretty hot
She had
back
a
in the
book. Yeah, and she had a
70s.
book not too long ago.
She was like a
did
like
the
a
Thigh
health
Master thing,
guru
yeah.
thing.
Oh, sometimes.
Oh,
Yeah,
the
she
Thigh
had
Master.
she had the
For
Thigh Master, yeah.
But that was the 90s or
Sure.
or 80s or
She
90s.
also
or
had
something.
another show called was it Step by Step or
Step
something?
by Step, and she's the sheriff.
Those are two different, right?
Yeah, those are two
man.
different shows.
Yeah.
Yeah. Step by Step was a sitcom about. It was essentially the Brady Bunch for the '90s.
Yeah.
'Cause it was a blended family.
Yeah, and you feel bad because she was like an early advocate for female actors to get paid the same as male because her contract dispute was because I think John Ritter was making his contract was much above hers, right?
Yeah, and that's why she got replaced by the other girl.
She sat out, and they had like a season where all you would see her is at the beginning on the phone with somebody. Like she was out of town, and they brought in her cousin Cindy, and then they finally replaced her with
The nurse.
Terry Hatcher. No, what's her name? Terry was the character name, but
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. She's the woman. She was
on
in.
Mallrats.
Yeah, she was in Mallrats with a third nipple. Yeah.
Did
Yeah.
Garoppolo?
No. Although
You wish.
I wish I
do.
could have seen
Yeah.
Jeannie
I do.
Garofalo's
I'm
nipples.
Garofaloco, people.
Anyway, come and dance on our floor.
Yeah.
Dude.
And that had something to do with game show.
I don't know. Somewhere in there.
Suzanne
TV.
Summers, we miss you.
Yes.
She's still around, I think, but she's just not on camera
She's just not
anymore.
on TV.
Yeah. Joyce DeWitt, who played Janet, was just in a music video for a country band. I don't know.
That's nice.
She's. Oh, I'm thinking of.
She's still very attractive.
I'm thinking of Shirley from Laverne and Shirley. She recently passed.
Oh, Cindy Williams.
Yeah, Cindy Williams.
Yeah.
Different actress.
Yeah, no,
entirely.
we had a whole segment on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so back to Who Wants to Be a
Top 10,
Millionaire?
we were
Top
top
10.
10.
Number 7 is The Price is Right, which surprises me because since it's the longest running, I would have thought
the one that
it
everybody
would have been
thinks
number
of. Clymer
1.
was on Prices, right?
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Did she get
And I
up
think
on-
she did. She made it up, but she also, as she got out to go up the aisleway from the audience, she tripped.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Did she win anything?
I don't remember.
Was
now,
this Drew
so.
Carey or Bob Barker?
It was the Bob Barker years. No, so it was, I'd say mid 90s. Something.
Okay.
She was living in L.A.
25.
I was just thinking. I think Match Game PM was the more risque version of the show too.
Yeah, I don't know. So you don't remember what game she had, like Plinko or something?
I have no idea.
No idea. Okay, no worries. It would be fun to know. Number
Yeah,
6.
we've been together for 15 years. Well, it all
We don't
blurs
talk
together.
about
It
it.
just blurred together.
Coming in number 6 is Password Plus, which I think is just password maybe at night or something. I don't know.
Password Plus. I think it had a different host. I
Number
think.
5, and I like this one. I don't know about you guys, but Family Feud.
Oh,
Which
yeah,
version, though?
Classic.
I like them all. My favorite, of course, is Richard Dawson.
Yeah.
Hogan's Hero.
Because he got the on
yeah.
all the ladies.
And he just
man.
seemed loaded.
all the
Louis
time, right?
Anderson was also a great host on that
Yeah.
show.
Louis is a
And
great
Steve
guy.
Harvey does pretty good.
Sure.
His big
I
old milk
know.
dud head.
Oh,
He looks-
Steve.
He looks like Cleveland Brown with no hair.
Yeah. Yeah. Richard Dawson, man, looked like between every take he was back in his studio sucking down a cigarette and a vodka tonic or something.
Bottle of Jack Daniels.
I don't know.
I feel like he was.
It kind of feels like he should be.
You would think you would have seen more people recoiling from him if he was like smelling like cigars.
Well, Mom used to carry certs in her purse.
And everybody smoked back then.
Yeah,
your gynecologist is smoking in the appointment.
Yeah.
Oh
shit! While he's looking at your coochie.
You know what I mean?
Blowing cigarettes, smoking.
Everybody was smoking, dude. Everybody. So it was not even. Nobody said anything about it. Oh man.
Family Feud's great because my favorite part of Family Feud is the end. What is it? Where they have to name everything. They bring up one of the family members and they name off the top 10 things.
Right.
And then they bring out and they try to match it and they get to, because the first person. No, it's at the end.
Because it's instant. It's sudden death at the end, right?
Yeah. And just some of the answers that people come up with. It's like, name your favorite fish. Frog.
I think the thing that I if I was going to say Steve Harvey is just his reaction to people's things that you shouldn't say on TV that people do. He goes like, "Are you kidding me?"
Yeah. He's pretty good.
Really?
Man. Yeah. Oh, Steve.
And you can see him like rip up the cue card and just toss it. He's like, I'm done.
He does the good dramatic pause. And,
right.
Looks right at the camera and gives that Samuel L. Jackson, like, are you fucking kidding me? Look on his face.
Nice.
Yeah.
Great.
Coming in number 4 is one of my least favorite, and I know it's popular around the world, but Wheel of Fortune. You guys into the Wheel of Fortune?
It's okay. I mean, I've never been like a huge fan of it. It was one of the shows that my grandmother absolutely loved. She liked that and Bob Barker and
I do like word searches and stuff.
Oh, sure.
Like in the newspaper. That kind of thing where you can guess.
Pat Sajak looks like he drinks the blood of innocence.
He's all about his adrenochrome.
And he's very fucking just flat and kind of square. Yeah. But he's also kept his job for ever.
I guess he's leaving.
Good.
And they've asked Vanna to stay on, I believe, but there's a huge disparity in their in their salaries. Right, so he's making like $40 million a year, some crazy number, and she's making like $2 million.
I think she should take over as a host.
A great job.
Why wouldn't she just take over as host? Or at this point, why wouldn't she be one of the producers? Right. It's like that's where the money's at anyway, right? Because then you get residuals first. It's like having a lien on it, man. Oh no, they get treated.
I think she should stay on as host, and they should get some like young dude to flip over the letters.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. I think I saw some interviews with her years ago. I don't know how she is. I mean, she can turn letters like nobody's business, but
can't she read a teleprompter?
Now it's just like a touch screen. She just walks up and touches it. And is
that what it is?
Yeah,
the spin.
It doesn't spin anymore. She just touches it.
I haven't watched it for.
I watched.
Yeah, no, it's not one of mine.
I watched for the first time in probably 15 years, like a couple months back. And I only watched for maybe 5 minutes, and that was a celebrity, Wheel of Fortune, and it had like 3 comedians as the contestants.
Okay. Yeah. Well, coming in number 3, and this may be because Todd mentioned Snoop Dogg is involved with it now, but the Joker's Wild is coming in number 3, and I remember that. I really loved the big slot machine handle that they'd pull down. Yeah. That was pretty cool.
Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah, just Big Show. Yeah, kind of like Vegas-y Big Show.
Yeah.
Big 70s show. Yeah, but I'd forgotten all about that till you brought it.
Was that a Merv Griffin joint?
I think it was.
Maybe.
Now it's a Snoop Dogg joint.
Yeah, well. And in more ways than one.
Yeah, is that guy still around? Did he?
Merv Griffin?
Yeah, he died.
I don't know.
I think he's dead.
He'd be old.
Yeah, he'd be really old.
He's old. He's dead.
He'd be really old. But he's probably, after Chuck Barris, probably the second most prolific game show
creator.
Right, I would sure think so. Because, Toddson, Goodman and Goodson and Todd or whatever, there's a couple of guys who you'd hear.
Yeah.
That's such and such and such and such production. But
there was a whole list of game shows that Chuck created. There was like the $1.98 was a beauty show.
Yeah, they were just crazy.
It's like crazy, and it was a spoof on like actual beauty contests.
Yeah,
it's like we should do that next, Charles. We should have the $1.98 beauty show.
Oh,
and that's the thing, because like reality shows and game shows, you're not paying writers, you're not paying And so a lot of the residual payments you would have to pay out, just straight up hiring staff and shit you don't have, right? So I could see where it could be.
That's why we're doing it.
That's why there's a lot of game shows on, because
Unpaid
shows are on hiatus.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Coming in at number 2, and this one started in 1964. This was a Merv Griffin joint, but Jeopardy!
I had no idea it went back that far.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
1960, there was a gap. Trebek took over. Alex Trebek, our favorite Canadian, took over in 1984. So he was on there till he died, about 3 or 4 years ago? 3 years ago?
Wasn't it the original host, like Art something?
I don't remember. Yeah.
What was his name?
I wasn't around then.
Jeez, that's great. And it was the same format, though, where you kind of...
Answer the
answer in the form of a question.
Yeah. Jeez, that's great. Yeah, that was always a cool one. And didn't we just recently? I thought it was Ken Jenkins or something. Jennings. Yeah, he was a super champion. He's a local guy.
He's one of the hosts.
He shares hosting with Mayim Bialik.
Yeah,
there you go.
Yeah.
And is that the lady from
Blossom?
Yeah, and Big Bang Theory. Yeah.
I know her from. I don't watch Big Bang Theory.
Oh, dude.
So, Blossom is what I remember.
Big Bang Theory. There's a lot of really great episodes. There's a handful that are real stinkers, but the rest of them are really funny.
Is it the same? Yeah, sure. I don't want to go on too big of a tangent there.
No, go ahead. We got time.
Does Big Bang, is it the same production crew all the way through?
No, the thing that people complain the most about is like the canned laughter, because I think there's no audience. I mean, it's not a soundtrack. There are people in the audience, but they are told when to laugh. And
that's like all sitcoms, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's...
It's like MASH. Why did you deploy the laugh track?
Did they have a laugh track?
Oh, yeah, MASH had a laugh track.
It's one of those, because it kind of breaks up those tense moments.
Yeah.
Right? It's, I mean, I psychologically, I know why people do it, but from a production standpoint... I mean, we could use that shit. Don't get me wrong. You know what I mean?
Track,
canned yak. It's my favorite meat. Yeah.
But no,
see, it fills those.
It fills it up,
those
man.
pregnant pods.
Yeah, it's the whole crowd that we have out here.
The thing is, and a lot of the other thing that people complain about is they said it was pandering. Like it was pandering to the nerd community. Like the jokes were all science related, and or
how
like
dare we pander
pop culture?
Yeah. Oh my God,
people.
Jeez, I think anybody can find something to gripe about. Right?
But I think it was just like they thought that it was lazy writing and everything else. I thought it was great. Like I said, there was only like maybe 5 episodes that I didn't find funny overall.
Jeez, well, that's pretty good.
Man, have you watched the whole series?
They had 11 seasons. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
11 of like what? 24 episodes, or they did?
I think so. Something like that. It's all on.
They're half-hour shows.
I think it's either on Paramount
40.
Plus or it's on Max. I can't remember which.
Wow, that's
someday when I'm retired.
It's a good show. I mean, it's worth binging. I think you can if you find an episode that is like, okay, this isn't funny, you skip that episode. You don't even finish watching it if it's kind of falling flat on you.
All right. What do you guys think the number 1 is? I know you got it on your show sheet there.
I mean, yeah, now the question is, are we talking the original or are we talking the Mike Myers led one?
It just says and it may be because there's a Mike Myers one that it's back in when they did this. I'm not sure when TV Guy put together this top 10 list, but in the pictures on the article that I read, it was Chuck Barris. The thing. So
just because it was.
But he may be top of mind just because
there was one thing that did it in the new version that I don't remember them doing in the original, which is like every episode they had this guy come out and they did like this song was called Shaving Cream, na 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 na, and everybody sang along. Everybody. The entire audience, people on the stage. You can probably hear people in the background singing along. Every episode, like halfway through the episode, they do this.
Would they come out and bring shaving cream?
No, but he was dressed up like a barbershop quartet kind of guy.
Okay.
Interesting.
All right.
I wonder.
We'll have Mike do that about halfway through.
Yeah, I would. Give me a lyric sheet, or I'll just mumble through it.
No.
And then end up singing about my cat.
Find out the name of the song at least.
Yeah. This is the Our Town podcast version of the Gong Show.
Oh, yeah. We're doing it.
You know,
guess what?
we can
Our
come
way.
up with our own thing that's kind of like sing along where everybody can like sing along with us.
Come and knock on our door.
Yeah.
The Gong Show.
give me some money. Yeah.
I like it.
Which I think is a Spinal Tap. Early Spinal Tap.
Yeah.
Remember in the movie where they were hippies previously?
Yeah.
Listen to what the flower people say. But one of their songs was, give me some money.
But number one is the Gong Show.
Yeah, Gong Show's the best.
And Chuck Barris, who we have discussed a couple times throughout this episode thus far, he created the game in the mid 75 kind of time. I think it came out, when was it? I got it. 76 to 1980 was the original iteration of it. It was on network television for a couple of years, and then it went into syndication. You want that syndication money, everybody.
Yeah.
But he created the show, and the funny thing is they brought in this dude. I think he was British, John Barbour. Maybe he was Canadian. I think he was Canadian. But came down, and he was kind of like, he thought this was going to be a real live talent show, and he was, people, but he didn't get the fact that it was like
A little,
humor.
a little.
He didn't get it. It
tongue-in-cheek,
was like sarcastic, and it was all farcical.
It was
right,
subversive even.
So he left after the pilot, and scrambling to find somebody new, Chuck Barris just stepped in, and he decided to host it himself.
So you guys want to hear the song?
What's a better?
I don't know.
Anyway.
Do we want to hear the song?
I have a sad story to tell you.
And there's a sing along too.
May hurt your feelings a bit. Last night when I walked into my bathroom, I stepped in a
Oh, sure.
pile of steaming.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. All right. And then did that on the original or just on the new
That's
iteration?
I think the
star-studded lineup right there.
I think they only had it on this one because I don't remember them doing that at all. I think the only thing that was reoccurring on the original one were Gene the Dancing Machine, the unknown comic.
Yeah.
And actually, I was thinking, because we don't have the unknown comic, maybe I should just put a Safeway bag over Derp's head.
Oh, you totally should.
Oh,
and then you can
man.
reveal it during the thing. Have you worked out an act?
You know what? I've actually looked over some jokes that I wrote when I was trying to be a comedian way back when, and I'm gonna probably try to do some of those, or I just might wing it too. I even said I thought it'd be funny just to walk up and grab the gong and then just hit the gong myself with the puppet. Have him grab
And
the gong.
walk off.
Have him walk up, grab the mallet, and hit the gong, and then.
I'm not paying for that, Todd.
Yeah, but
No, you should totally get a Safeway bag and do the derp thing, and then it's like, who are you? And then rip
I
it
would
off
be
his
able
head.
to. I would do that, except for my hands will be inside the puppet, so I won't be able to do that. So one of you guys will
we don't have to get that graphic, Todd.
Yeah, and
Hey.
we don't want to give away the industry secret.
That's true.
Because this is going to post. Right?
I think one of you guys should walk up and like, who is this guy? And just
Yeah,
We'd be happy to. Yeah, we'll come
I'd
up
do
and rip that off.
Who is this mysterious tonic?
I'll have to find a Safeway bag that I can do that with. Then.
Are you going to walk around with derp and do the, or is that too hard to do the
it's going to be weird. I mean,
crowd reaction stuff?
I mean, I can try. I mean, the worst that can happen is I'll drop the microphone.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be funny. And then I'll get crowd reaction, or Mike will, when you're done. We'll go out and get some crowd reaction. So it'll be fun. It'll be good times.
Yeah, we all have wireless mics.
No, we're going to have a wireless up here for you and I to use, and Todd's going to do the audience stuff with the wireless.
It'd be great if I had like a headset microphone where I didn't have to hold
for some
the
reason
mic.
they didn't want to use the
It's gotta
headset
be
mic.
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
This, right?
And because I
What's
always
this
wanted one of these, and they
were like,
nope.
Can I pair my Bluetooth into the system and just use that?
Yeah, good times, everybody. Come on down.
Oh yeah,
Doors
no,
at
it's totally
7.
worth it. Yeah, no, I mean,
Dude.
and the amount of work that goes into even the simplest of productions is a lot, but this is a pretty complicated production. So I thank you both for really doing this. Well done, gentlemen.
Oh no, yeah, class. Happy.
I haven't really.
I've been trying to get Bill Holes to do a Gong Show
Like an act on it? Or just,
just to do
have
host a Gong Show.
Oh.
I think I mentioned it to him like years ago, and finally coming to fruition.
So this is why you wanted to do the podcast, so you can lead into doing the Gong
That's
Show.
it.
The
That's
podcast is just a cover.
That was the whole thing.
the gateway
I've been
drug
doing this for
to
6 months with you guys just so we could get on the stage on Saturday.
I knew that
and then the show's over.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Show's over. But speaking
We'll
of
do it live.
Speaking of the Gong Show, and I'll let Todd talk about the Popsicle Twins in a minute. But did you guys know that there was actual true talent that showed up on the Gong Show?
Oh, yeah.
A lot of them before they were famous. So Paul Rubens,
Yeah, does a great bit.
Pee Wee Herman.
Because he was part
He
of
did
the
Pee Wee
LA...
Herman on the Gong Show, didn't he?
I don't know if he did
No,
or
it's
not.
something else.
I haven't seen the
'cause
bit.
I can't remember the name of the troupe that he was a part of, but
He was part of an improv group in L.A.
Yeah, there's the Groundlings.
The Groundlings, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Oh, and they all came
He
on.
was an original Groundling.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Boxcar Willie. You
Oh,
remember
geez.
the
No, that's
infomercials
sold. No,
for those? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I remember the name. I don't know who he is.
He sold records.
Yeah, he sold a lot of records. I have an autograph of Boxcar Willie. I bought a record at Goodwill, and it was Boxcar Willie, and it was signed by Boxcar Willie.
Jeez.
And I'm like, nobody's faking Boxcar Willie's autograph. No offense, Boxcar, wherever you might be, probably passed away by now. A gal named Andrea McArdle, who was the original Broadway Annie, was on the show right before she got the part to be the original Broadway Annie.
Wow.
She went on to do a whole bunch more Broadway stuff. Michael Winslow, one of Todd's favorites.
Oh, hell
was
yeah. If
on
you've
there.
never seen him live, I
Police
highly recommend
Academy.
it.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Fame. Danny Elfman was originally with Oingo Boingo,
yeah.
and they were on there, and it was a longer name, but it ended like the Fabulous Wizards of Oingo Boingo or something, and they came out and did a crazy little musical number with banjos and
I think they were in a
rocket ships.
octet.
Yeah. And then here's a weird one. Crips founder Stanley Tukey Williams was on there.
Crips as in the gang
The
Crips?
gang Crips, the founding member of the Crips, he went on there as a bodybuilder guy.
Wow.
Yeah, way back in the day. And then everybody's favorite, I think she might even be Oscar award-winning Mare Whittingham.
Who?
Winningham, sorry.
I don't know who that is.
She was in St. Elmo's Fire. She was in...
Yeah, I've not seen that movie.
She was pretty 80s, but she's been in a bunch of movies throughout the years. But
Okay.
yeah,
I'd probably recognize her if I saw her face, but-
Talented young lady. Yeah.
Is she still young now?
Oh, she's older than us,
None of
so
us are.
she always will be in my mind. Yeah, so Todd, tell us about the most infamous of acts on the Gong Show.
The thing is honestly, I don't remember seeing this on TV as a kid, but it was one of the first videos I found when you Google or if you go onto YouTube and search for the Gong Show. It's the first video that comes up, and it's what were they called? The
Popsicle Twins.
The Popsicle Twins. So basically, these two girls had those nice long
Like the Rockets.
So the classic popsicles.
Yeah.
big popsicles, like good 6 inches on them,
yeah,
girthy too,
girthy.
and they spent a minute and a half, 3 minutes licking them.
Yeah, did they get gonged?
No, they did not.
Did not get caught.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Well, I don't
if
know,
you saw
'cause-
somebody filleting a popsicle,
I will say
Loretta
this.
Switch or somebody was on there.
That they got zeros from the first two judges, and I don't
How
remember who
dare
they
they.
were. And then I can't remember who the third judge was, but gave him a 10 and said, "Well, that's how I started my career." Or maybe he gave me an 8.5. I don't know.
That's funny.
But it was
8.5.
funny.
That's
We're
funny.
still talking about it, dude, so obviously that's a 10,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
It's
yeah.
like,
Yeah.
that
And I'm
act
hoping our
lasted-
judges will go like 2 2/3.
I would love to
Yeah.
see them do fractions. That'd be
Yeah,
great.
we
that'd
try
be
to
great.
fucking add all that shit up.
3.14159.
And by the way, our
Give them pie.
our accounting firm of Ernest and Borgnine are certifying our judges for the night, so don't worry about that. They're all
The
certified.
accounting firm of Ernest and Borgnine.
yeah.
That's
Love it.
great.
I found them down here in downtown Renton.
Nice.
Oh man.
Ernest and,
And for me, it's the Borgnine test. I know I've talked about this, but you can tell somebody's a good actor if they look like Borgnine and not
And
like
still get jobs.
Ryan Reynolds. Right?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
It's God bless Ryan Reynolds, but he looks like Ryan fucking Reynolds.
yeah,
Like,
Ernest Borgnine was the Ryan Reynolds of
yeah,
1952.
Yes, he was.
Isn't Ernest and Borgnine right next to that PT boat place?
Yes, is right where they are. In the back,
Yeah,
you have to
but-
go around to the alley. But
And they also like are across the street from that Wolf place, right? They have a helicopter wolf place.
Oh, nice.
Helicopter
That Chopper Wolf, I think it is.
Chopper Wolf. I'm lost.
Man, he's never watched Airwolf, man.
I have watched Airwolf.
He was he was on
That's a
Airwolf.
Borgnine thing, right?
No, I know, but I don't know.
I made a
Chopper
reference
competed,
to a helicopter and a wolf.
Oh, and a wolf. Okay, got it.
I
got
know.
it. Yeah.
You had to take a stroll across that imagination lane.
We had to walk up with the bait and slap him across the face and then reel him in.
That's
It's okay. We all have those moments.
Oh, yeah,
Ernest Borgnine,
That's
we
the cruelty of comedy, right? It doesn't know.
It also doesn't help that my jokes don't always land. They kind of crash sometimes, just burst into flames.
Yeah. But Chuck Barris,
Yeah, love that guy.
as Todd mentioned earlier, he came up with a whole bunch of ridiculous shows that either made it on air or they didn't make it on air. Most of them made it on air, but they didn't last a long time. He had one called Three's a Crowd, and it was a husband and a wife and the husband's secretary that would come in, and the wife and the secretary would compete answering questions on who knew the husband more.
And they don't think that's going to end badly. Really? Yeah.
How many moles does he have near his genital region?
Oh,
right?
man, there's just no way, especially
I
because
don't
Barris really did like doing things a little risque. Right?
They should bring that show back and just call it a polyamory show.
Yeah, but
Who knows who better? Well, I mean, and that's a total sign of the times, right? Probably 70s, early 70s.
Yeah,
something like
secretaries,
that.
Late
right?
60s, early 70s.
Yeah, B. I always assume they're going to be lady
Versus
secretaries.
the wife, yeah.
Oh my God, that's insane.
Right.
That's insane. It's like, I'm not the wisest man, but I know you never pit two ladies against each other and expect it to end
good.
well when you go home.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Sooner or later, you got to show up.
He had a show called How's Your Mother-in-Law?
How's your mother-in-law? That's right, yeah. And they would answer questions, right? Or
It says 3 mother-in-laws were represented by comedians acting as defense attorneys on their first week. The comedians were George Carlin, Richard Dawson, Larry Storch.
what a lineup.
Storch. And then the show later included Nipsey Russell, Milt Kamen, and Richard Dawson.
Nice.
Each comedian presented his case to a jury of 5 unmarried men and 5 unmarried women, picked the mother-in-law they liked most to have. That mother-in-law received $100. Each woman's son-in-law provided
Thanks for
information.
being on TV. Thanks for ruining a marriage. Here's your $100.
Here's your $100.
Yeah. He also created the Newlywed Game, which we talked about. And he quoted as saying this as all I needed for this show. All I needed was 4 couples, 8 questions, and a washer and dryer. And he could build a TV show around.
Wow.
Dude.
Did they win a washer and dryer then?
A lot. I think that was kind of the
like
joke,
that, yeah.
but
Have you guys ever seen the video of the
lady?
The infamous question, where is the weirdest place you've had sex?
Right.
Is that real?
Excuse me. It's where's the weirdest place you've ever made whoopee?
Okay, whatever.
And the lady, it's supposed to be like the back of a Volkswagen.
She's like,
something like that.
and then she's like, in the butt, Bob.
It was the most uncomfortable place.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
In the butt, Bob.
But she was a little hesitant to answer, though. She was like, well, I don't know if I can say that. In the ass?
Yes, ear canal.
So you can hear me coming.
It looks like 2 badly parked Volkswagens.
Yeah, that was that was a fun show too. I wonder how many marriages he broke up early.
Oh man.
But he also did the dating game, which was the first game to sort of embrace, or the first show to sort of embrace that hippie, the flowery stuff that's on the wall.
Really? That was before Rowan and Martin's Laugh-In?
The big, colorful stuff. I don't know when Laugh-In came out, but
because that was like in the mid '60s, I think.
Yeah.
And they had the big flowery crap all over the place.
Yeah, that same aesthetic.
Yeah, friggin' Chuck Barris, man, what a dude. I'm gonna have to read his book, I think, just for fun.
I think I need to rewatch that movie, honestly. But he's got a bunch of
maybe
books.
I'll watch the movie. Does he really?
Yeah, he's got 1974's You and Me, Babe, Confessions of a Dangerous Mind from 1984. It's a memoir. The Game Show King memoir from 93. Bad Grass Never Dies in 2004 memoir. The Big Question,
stale.
2007 novel.
Yeah.
Who Killed Art Deco in 2009 is a novel, and Della, a memoir of my daughter, through 2010.
shucks.
Oh, nice. And when did he die?
2017.
I say, yeah, not that long ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rest in peace, my friend. Any other like game show?
To tell the truth, was I thought was a cool one, because it was they bring up three people, and each of them would say, "I do this," and then the contestants had to figure out which one of them was lying
the truth.
and who was telling the truth. And the one episode that I watched was largely because this was somebody I was following on Facebook, the voice of Porky Pig.
Yeah.
And they had three people up there, and they were asking each of the guys, how did you become the voice, and how long have you been doing it? What did you do before that? And I was like, because I already knew who the voice was. Like, oh, this is going to be
Mel, is it?
Oh well, he was the original voice.
Yeah.
But
so later on.
Yeah, this is the guy that took over for Mel after Mel died.
Okay.
And he is pretty consistently has been the voice of Porky Pig since I think like the early 90s.
What a gig! I want that gig. I can't do the Porky Pig voice.
He's not been in every incarnation of Porky Pig, but more often than not, he's the voice of Porky Pig.
I can do the Donald Duck though.
Yeah, sure you can.
Hell yeah.
That's kind of yeah.
That's not bad.
It's not bad. I can't talk, but I can make noises.
Yeah.
And Mel Blanc was the champion.
Oh, big
he was
time.
he's the GOAT.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
The
he
OG.
just
He
beautifully.
did all the voices, right?
He did.
Well, he did everybody but Elmer Fudd, I think.
And he got in a terrible car accident back in the, I think, mid-50s. And he was working on the Jack Benny program.
He was
doing a bunch of other shit all at the same time.
He was recording episodes of Looney Tunes during that time, too. He was in his hospital bed with a microphone recording his lines.
Because he was he was blown up.
Yeah.
He got
This
with
is
a bad
also-
car accident. So he's in traction, and they're making him work.
He was also in a coma for like a couple weeks, too, I think.
Oh, man, that's hardcore.
The thing is, and here's something a lot of people didn't know, that there's been two voices of Barney Rubble on the Flintstones. Both of them were Mel. The reason why the voice changed is because he was in a car accident.
Wow.
And he forgot how he was doing the voice.
Yeah.
Wow.
And he
Jeez.
changed the voice.
Yeah, no, that's rough. Yeah,
went
that
from-
guy was amazing.
He went from being kind of like, hey, to like, hey, Barney, hey, Fred,
Yeah.
being kind of a dumb sounding guy.
Well, what about you, Mike? Is there any game shows that you remember that we haven't covered yet? I'm trying to think of some of the ones.
I know. There's gaggles of them.
Yeah.
Gaggles of them. But then she's not I think. I mean, I was too, I'm an NPR supporter.
The
So I
Hollywood
was
Squares
don't tell me.
was a great show.
Hollywood
Oh,
Squares.
yeah.
was
Hollywood. I can't believe we haven't
awesome.
talked about Hollywood
And I
Squares.
just found out that
And mostly for the super guest stars, right?
Yeah.
the center square was always like the
Fucking great.
Yeah.
But
Jim J. Bullock
and
always there.
always. Well, I think for a long time, in the 90s, I think when they brought it back, it was Whoopi Goldberg was the center.
Whoopi,
square.
yeah.
But then I just found out today. I didn't know this was a thing because I haven't had cable in forever. But apparently CMT had a version of it called Nashville Squares, and it was hosted by Bob Saget.
Damn country
jeez.
station.
Yeah.
But Bob, man,
was
Saget.
funny.
I would have watched it for Saget, man.
Yeah, that guy was actually pretty funny. He was restrained on television, right?
Oh,
It's-
yeah. He was
Yeah,
so
it's-
fucking blue.
Yeah, but it was really, he was good at it.
Yeah.
Now, if
And
you,
then not just because it was a surprise, but
I think those who knew were like, okay, this is going to be great. Seeing all these people show up to his comedy show, expecting Dan Tanner, and then finding out Bob is like the bluest fucking comedian in Hollywood.
yeah. What's the movie where it's just the aristocrats?
Yeah, the
Yeah. I was gonna say if you've never seen it, I highly recommend it because
Why didn't we get a talent person to do that? Maybe your buddy, what's his name, that's going to perform. We don't know what he's doing.
Who, Matt Carter? I don't know
Carter.
what he's doing.
I don't know, maybe
you know
that's
what?
what
That's what I'll have. That's what I'll have.
That kid can play drums.
I'll
I
have
know
the
he's not
puppet
bringing
do
his drum
that.
set.
The Aristocrats.
Oh yeah, aristocrats for real. Oh, my
Dude,
God, it's
yeah, if
great.
you've never
and I'm
seen
glad
it-
somebody made the film. Right?
If you've never seen it, I recommend buying it because it's really funny. Especially if you like blue humor, if you're not afraid to laugh at really disgusting, gross shit. It's really funny. The best ones though are Gilbert Gottfried, Bob Saget, and Carlin. George Carlin.
Sure.
Those three had the
It's
best
a good
version.
time capsule.
And the thing is that this is supposed to be like a joke that comedians tell each other, and they all have their own flavor on it, their own version of it, but it's just the same.
Flavor is kind of.
Well, you know what I mean. Come on now.
No, it's insane. It's insane.
But you know, they take the basic idea of the story and then they make it their own. And Gilbert, I think, is probably has the grossest version of the story.
Nice.
Hands down, the grossest.
Yeah.
And they're sucking, and they're fucking, and then the dog comes in. You know.
Man, oh man. But Hollywood Squares, yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah.
Because you had to, it was like tic-tac-toe, right?
Yeah, pretty much. And you had
You'd
to
have
agree or
disagree with the answer that the celebrity gave you.
Yeah.
That's great.
And the funny ones were where they would come and they would with a straight face say something and it'd be absolute bullshit,
Right.
and really, really, really funny.
Yeah.
And then you'd have to figure out if they're like feeding you a line or if they're being truthful. And
Who was the
factual.
host of that one? The original or the earlier?
Gosh, I don't remember. Hold
Yeah,
on.
me neither.
remember.
There was a cool on. Remember the Young Ones?
The young
On
ones,
MTV?
yes.
But there's a
The Young
like their
Ones.
version of Hollywood Squares where the guys from Young Ones end up on it. It's great. It's just
Oh
insane.
my god! Yeah,
It's insane.
Nice. How did they round out the squares? Only 4 of them, right?
Yeah, and I can't remember who else is in it, but the angry punk dude with the stars smashed into his head, like kicks through the floor and kicks the dude below him.
Oh,
He's a
Jesus.
psychopath. It's fantastic.
All right, so let's see.
God,
Hosted. Kenny Williams, Gene Wood, Shadow Stevens, Jeffrey Tambor, and John Machado Jr.
Stevens. That's a great name.
Yeah, but none of those guys are ringing
And
a
none of them are ringing a bell.
bell, except Jeffrey Tambor. I think
Yeah.
he's been around. For
John Machado, or however his name is pronounced, that's the guy who did the Micro Machines commercial that talked really fast.
Oh, that guy
geez.
hosted?
Apparently,
Oh, interesting.
Shadow Stevens, I recognize that name.
No, that's a cool ass name.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And it's SHADOE. Shadow.
Well, just to be extra, yeah.
Yeah. Just to.
Next is Incense Berkowitz. That's Incense. Next.
So he can trademark his name. I think that's probably why they spelled it that way. Why is it not letting me click on it?
Sure. Yeah, dude, fucking game shows have been around all of our lives. I don't know. There's just been so many.
John Davidson and Tom Bergeron did them in like the 80s.
Tom
yeah.
Bergeron.
Yeah.
Yeah,
In
I think that's
the
what I'm
90s.
thinking of, yeah.
So John Davidson did it from 86 to
Sure,
89.
I remember that guy.
Okay.
He was around a
And
lot.
then from 98 to 2004 it was Tom Bergeron.
Okay.
And
yeah.
but yeah, it was
Yeah, what other cool game shows from...
I remember so many celebrities like John Nelson. Is it John Nelson Riley? Or
I don't know.
Charles Nelson
Charles
Riley.
Nelson
Oh, you know,
Riley, thank you.
Yeah, that guy was great.
He was always he was the center square in the 70s.
Sure. No, that guy was kicking the pants.
Yeah.
Charles Nelson Riley. Yeah, Nipsey Russell.
Yeah,
That guy was
Buddy
totally-
Hackett.
Yeah, Buddy was pretty blue too, though, man. I think that guy was hard to restrain.
Florence Henderson, Barbara
Oh, yeah.
Eaton,
Oh, yeah. Ah, Barbara Eaton.
Vincent-
Come on.
Price, Weird Al Yankovic, Charo, Sandy Duncan,
Sure. Sandy Duncan's eye.
Oh, man.
Jonathan
yeah.
Winters. Oh my God, he was so
Jonathan
funny.
Winters. Yeah. My buddy Ange hung out with that guy. Yeah.
You did what?
My friend Angela, who just recently passed.
No.
Yeah, she had like a weekend in Portland with Jonathan Winters, where they were like
Just
fucking
random?
Yeah, because he was a mental patient. She worked in mental health care, but then he was
Yeah.
just so they kind of knew each other from that. But then he was just out and about, and they were hanging out. Yeah, I think he's bonkers.
I think he was bipolar because
Maybe something, but what a character!
There goes your mic.
What a character!
What a character.
Oh man,
If you've never seen him like do his thing, you should watch like the later seasons of Mork and Mindy where he plays Mork's son, and he's like in his at that point he was in his late 40s, almost 50 something.
Yeah.
And he's playing a toddler.
He was
It's
was the cousin Oliver of Mork and Mindy, though.
Oh, he definitely was.
Yeah.
what's
You knew
cousin
that
Oliver?
when they bring in a
Oh, they jumped the
Cute
shark.
kid.
Yeah,
He's
Cousin
the
Oliver.
Scrappy Doo.
Yeah. He's the
the
scrappy.
young kid who tries to save the show because everybody else is aging out.
Sure. What show was Oliver from?
The Brady Bunch.
Brady Bunch.
Oh, Brady Bunch.
Yeah,
Okay.
Cousin Oliver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? I mean, can you imagine
Never
being?
worked chimps and babies.
Can you imagine being a part of a popular show and you're the reason why the show just
dead.
fucking dies?
Yeah.
It's the
man.
Cousin and the one guy that's always Cousin Oliver. He was the
Robbie Wrist is his name.
No, the one guy that is always is it Ted Levine? No, he was in Revenge of the Nerds. He
Ted,
The guy, yeah,
Ted
with the-
McKnight.
Ted no,
No, that's
Oh, Ted Knight's great.
Yeah, Ted
no,
Knight's
but the
awesome.
guy that he always seemed
Yeah.
like the
always
hold on.
where the show's is Happy
Yeah.
Days,
Yeah.
Married with Children. He did. I mean, every time that guy showed up,
just
he's like,
a
"Oh, this is
dragon
going to be off
slayer."
the air in a
Yeah.
year."
Yeah, that guy, and he looks just like he's always the heel.
Yeah,
because he
yeah.
just seems kind of the smarmy. He's probably the nicest
Pretty boy,
guy ever.
smarmy dude.
right?
Ted
Yeah.
McGinley.
McGinley, yeah.
Yeah.
Every time that guy showed up on a show, you knew it was about
You
to
know this show is gonna
And
die.
it's the voice of Scrappy Doo.
It's Jump
Son
the
of a
Shark.
bitch. Yeah, and it was the
Actually,
shark.
Scrappy Doo was also voiced by same guy who did Scooby Doo.
Oh, shit.
Oh man. What about the Howie Mandel? You guys ever get into the briefcase show? What is it? Let's Make a Deal or something? No.
No, I know which one you're talking about. Yeah, I watched an episode of it. He's absolutely hilarious as a comedian, but as a game show host, not so much.
Yeah, he had.
He also has a new one called That's Bullshit.
No, I haven't seen that one.
It's on Netflix, I think.
There was what's
something
the show
called Bullshit.
called?
Well, here.
With the briefcase, and what's her name? Meghan Markle.
She was one of the models.
She was
yeah.
one of the models for a while.
Oh, didn't know it.
Yeah.
Gee,
Where they
well, that-
try to make
she got a
deals
good
on
gig.
the yeah, and it's all math and guesswork, right? So you're trying to
Yeah, I can't remember what show that is.
yeah.
I feel like I saw it because that's where he would only
it's,
elbow. Because he doesn't like touching people's hands, right? So
Right.
Yeah,
he'd elbow
he's a
people or whatever.
germaphobe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. People are
No, he says
petri
it.
dishes.
He-
oh yeah, no, I mean he's not wrong.
I'm good.
It's
now
just, once you
shaking.
start
He-
thinking about it, though, it's a slippery slope, right?
He says it himself. I'm a germaphobe. He doesn't. I don't like people touching me. All that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Why is this not letting me? Come on.
A little bit
Anyways,
of hers and
But
hers and history's company
It was
too.
it was like a guessing show where you had to guess which briefcase had X number of dollars in it, and if you picked the right one, you got the money.
Yeah, and then the banker would call and make you an offer for your briefcase based on what's left on the board.
Sure.
And do you want to go? You have to do 7 more cases to open, or as it narrows down, it's 1 more case, whatever. Yeah, it's an interesting concept, and people loved that show. It was so popular for a while. Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? I mean, I do, of course, but
Sure. And I can't believe none of us tried to do a Regis Philbin impression. None of us got a Regis in him? None of us? That surprises me.
I'm
He's very distinct. He's a little intense.
I'm drawing a blank on my favorite thing with
He
Regis
kind of
Philbin.
talks with his teeth clenched and pretty emphatically.
My favorite Regis Philbin thing is when they had him on the movie. Adam Sandler movie where he plays the son of the devil, and like Regis is like being possessed.
Little Nicky.
Little Nicky, great fucking movie.
Yeah, Regis Philbin, and then that gal took over, right? Or somebody else took over.
Yeah.
Well, there was a British actress who
Yes,
did the
sure.
original version of the show in England,
Yeah.
and then it became The Weakest Link, and it's now hosted by what's her name? We talked about her earlier.
I love the movie though, Slumdog Millionaire.
I've never seen it.
Oh, great movie!
Oh, yeah, it is a
Yeah.
great movie.
Yeah.
Oh, it's rough, dude.
It's rough.
Let's
yeah.
see here.
Kid
Is that
had
a
a-
Danny Boyle movie?
It is, yeah.
No, where he
Yeah.
jumps into the poo to go.
Oh,
see
yeah.
Deal
Yeah.
or no deal?
Deal
or no deal.
or no deal? Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you, Howie.
Yeah.
And that was from back in 2005 to 2019.
Geez, that's
It
a
was
good
on for a
run.
long time. It was very popular.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that guy's done just fine. St.
Oh, yeah.
Elsewhere was mid-'80s,
Yeah.
right? And that was the first place I saw him.
Right.
I imagine he was doing
And
stand-up.
then
I-
he did the voice
Or
of
that.
Bobby, right?
Well, Bobby's a character he does
Cartoon.
on stage for his comedy.
What was
really?
that from? Oh,
It's a little cartoon.
Bobby's
Kid
World.
show.
It was he played this little
I
toddler.
remember that. All right.
And what's interesting, and a lot of people don't even realize this, that the voice of Bobby is the same voice he does for Gizmo on the Gremlins movie. Same exact.
Oh, you did tell me that.
Same voice.
Yeah.
Yep.
It wasn't his big act. He put like a rubber glove over his head. And
Yeah.
He was
followed up.
very
That was a
yeah.
bit shtick anyway.
He did it. Yeah, he'd pull the like rubber because he had rubber
Like
gloves in his
surgical gloves,
He
yeah.
had surgical gloves in his pocket because he didn't like touching things because of his germaphobe
Right.
stuff. And so he did stand up for the first time, and he just kind of like randomly pulled stuff out of his pocket and was trying to be making people laugh. And he put it on his head and blew it up, and then it launched off his head.
Then you got a lot
Like a balloon, yeah.
Yeah, last
And then-
thing.
Yeah, but then you get pigeonholed and stuck in your stick, right? Like,
Well, he actually
Gallagher's
Come on,
like, "I'm actually
Gallagher."
a thespian."
actually he had to
Looking at you, Gallagher.
he had to stop doing it because he blew out like his nose or something. He hurt himself.
Didn't Gallagher have a twin brother that bought the act?
No, he had a younger brother who kind of looked like him, and he was doing the act because Leo got bored of doing it or some shit.
Yeah.
And then when he decided
smash watermelons.
he decided he wanted to come back to doing it again, his brother wouldn't stop doing it. So there was a huge
big battle.
fight between them.
Gallagher's. It's just like that band Oasis.
Yeah,
Liam.
yeah.
Noel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except, only slightly.
I
less
actually
than
know
Noah.
someone who's related to Leo Gallagher, and he's like, yeah, that guy's a dickhead. Don't
Oh, man.
don't ask me about my cousin.
I made watermelon daiquiris last night, and they were friggin' delicious.
Right on.
So
Don't waste those watermelons, folks.
Yeah.
did you
they're way
actually
too-
use real watermelons, or did you use the candies?
Cut up your watermelon and freeze it, and drop them in the blender with a little bit of lime juice, and I use coconut flavored rum, and it was terrific.
Jeez.
I'm sure you got well lubricated
gonna have
shortly
a-
thereafter.
No, I just had a couple of them. That was pretty good.
Yeah.
Back to the podcast.
Yes. Well, no,
Meanwhile-
daiquiris are part of the podcast.
They are, absolutely. But can we have daiquiri? And we can't.
We can. I mean,
No, we
if
can't
we're-
have
if-
anything on the stage.
Oh,
No,
right.
somebody can bring it to us.
Oh, that's right. We
Yeah.
We just
somebody to
can't bring it up. Any alcoholic.
I-
we can bring our water bottles or whatever.
Can they? I bought a case of water for the stage for everybody.
Yeah, I think water
Yeah,
doesn't
if
matter.
someone
It's-
brings
it's
it to us, that we're
alcoholic
fine.
drinks that
The
somebody
other
has
thing
to
is
bring
like if
to
we're
you.
doing it like on the podcast, we can definitely have beverages and stuff, but I don't know how well it will do on YouTube because of the consumption of alcohol.
Our Indonesian crowd might, yeah. And I mean, God
those
knows
from
what happened
Bahrain.
to our numbers in,
in Afghanistan.
the kingdom of
We
Bahrain.
might start getting thumbs downs.
Taliban might come after us, especially if Mike gets
But-
too drunk and starts dropping his drawers. And
Yeah.
Show us his little
things
Mikey.
will
And now
really
I can
happen.
fart the national anthem. Which, no.
I'm gonna fart the theme
Is
tune.
that what your buddy's doing? Matt's going to come in?
No, I don't know. But he was the best beatboxer I've ever met.
Oh, shit.
So if he does beatbox, that would be great. I don't know. But he's also been working really hard, so he might want to do some, because he's a union plumber.
Maybe
No.
I
So
can.
maybe he wants to do something silly just to let some steam off. I'm curious. I trust his judgment.
Put together like a P-trap or something real quick.
Maybe I can do I can fart the Axel Foley theme.
That's a whole lot of
Beverly Hills
musical
Cop.
fruit. Oh, my.
Beans is musical fruit. The more you eat, the more you toot. The more you
Yeah.
toot, the better you feel. So let's have beans for every meal.
man.
Or a legume.
If you guys could be on let's go around the table. If you guys could be on one game show
A million?
throughout history,
throughout
what
history.
would you want to be on?
Well, I mean, for fun, it would have to be
Well,
Gong Show, right? But
yeah,
for a
you'd have
chance
to-
to actually win money,
You know what?
I'm going with Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
Just to
I'd
get
like
to
to
the
be a
money.
judge on a game show. Match game would be fun to be like one of the celebrity things where people like you have to come up with, and you have to write down your answer. You don't just tell them the answer. You have to write it down, and if you and the person who's playing match, then that person wins monies.
Yeah. I'm with Mike. Let's be on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, and then I'm going to get a whole big group of people together. I don't know if you can do that, though. Group of people for your lifeline when you call somebody and you have like an expert in every fucking
In
subject.
every
have-
possible
imagine-
field.
you have people with,
They're all
like-
on Skype.
You have somebody have them on speakerphone, and you have like a room full of people who know shit. And,
I
or,
mean, I
or you
guess-
have one person with a computer next to you.
All you need is a device, right, to look it
And
up on the
then
Google
you just just have to have a smartphone so they can text you your answers.
Yeah, have some of those Google glasses or whatever. Right?
Oh, that's right. Just boop, hang on a second.
God, that would be the new controversy.
Yeah.
Siri, what's the capital of Uzbekistan's?
It's Slojamistan.
Yeah, what's the capital of Slowjamistan? I think it's just Slowjamistan.
Slowjamistan City.
That guy's funny.
Bob
He's been
Marley.
going on a big tour around the country. He's been going to cons and stuff.
And didn't you say he's been to every country in the world?
Yeah, him personally.
I mean, that alone, forget the Slowjamistan stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a handful of humans who pulled that off.
Every NATO-recognized country, including North Korea.
Yeah, I don't know. That in and of itself is a huge feat. Yeah, I think.
Yeah, and he'll post pictures of here I was in Iran, in the marketplace in Baghdad. Here I was, wherever.
You can go anywhere if you have a green screen.
Yeah, I don't think it was green screen, but
that would be great. Yeah, that's not a real camel. Yeah.
That's a Great Dane with pillows on a blanket.
Oh, look, we're in Delaware.
Poor Delaware.
Oh, Delaware. We picked on Delaware last week, didn't we?
Yeah, it's the same fucking joke, but it still cracks me up. I don't care.
Oh my
Wayne's
God.
World, thank you.
Yeah, how about you, Charles? If you were going to...
I would think million. I'm a big trivia junkie.
Yeah, no, me too. It's kind of...
And especially multiple choice, I think I would kill it. But I haven't watched the show in a while, so I don't know how difficult it is.
It's all stuff from the 2000s.
Yeah, if they start getting into like the elemental tables and shit like that, I'm out.
I'd be like,
but if they some obscure rock and roll song from 1950,
I'll take bum covers for $500, Alex.
I'm in, man. I'm in. Yeah.
That's album covers. It's like I can read Trebek.
Alex, I would be like hitting that button before. Yep.
Like I haven't asked a question yet, Chuck.
I'm trying to get in there.
Still haven't asked a question, Chuck.
Trying to get in there, man. I want to get that. Man, oh man. I did read an article where people talked about the prizes that they've won on game shows, and sometimes it's a huge pain in the ass, and sometimes it's nice. But a lot of times, like
all the
they'll
taxes
win like
you have to pay.
Yeah, all the taxes you got, but like they'll win a lifetime supply of rice-a-roni, and this wasn't one of them.
Great.
But they'll send you a box with like 52 boxes of rice-a-roni, and that's it. That's supposed to last you your lifetime.
Well, there's so much salt in there. I think legally you should only be eating one a month, right?
One a year.
Charles, when they say lifetime supply, they mean the lifespan of the food.
Yeah.
Well, there's that.
But there's what Todd mentioned with the taxes and stuff, and getting the new car, but you got to pay like all the delivery fees.
Yeah,
or
which I have no idea how much that
win
is,
an
but
all
I bet it'd be a
expenses
surprise.
trip to the Bahamas, and you have to pay taxes on all that.
Right. Yeah.
And you can also typically, I think, in the fine print says you can cash those out, right? Or a cash equivalency or whatever.
I think so, but they probably take a fee.
I'm sure they do.
Yeah.
I'm sure they do. So because they're not going to lose, or the show wouldn't still be on.
Right.
Yeah.
They can't be losing money.
They're still taking their taxes from it.
Oh yeah, no.
It's like, if you get cash or you're going to the Bahamas, the federal government's still taking their share.
And didn't you say for each, like Zelly and what's it, the digital pay stuff, anything above like $20 or something, you have to declare to the IRS.
I think it's like
above
over
60.
on the new thing,
over $600, I think is what it is.
$600 a year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, a year. Yeah.
If you're 1099,
oh my God,
it's going to be over
$600 a year.
$600.
That's $50 a month.
Yeah, and we're talking about all the hobbyists that sell their wares.
I'm gonna have to pay taxes on paying rent. That's bullshit.
Well, no, that's money going out.
Well, no, I'm just saying if I'm paying the person I'm renting from through like Cash App or something.
Oh yeah, I don't know how that would work.
No, because then their taxes they're going to have to pay on that. Because that's now some type of income, unless they can say it goes directly to...
Yeah, so I sell records on Discogs. I have a little store on Discogs, and I buy and sell records, tapes, CDs, that kind of stuff. And I probably clear a couple grand every year. And it's just play around money, stuff that I can start podcasts with and stuff like that. That the wife doesn't know about.
Buy good things. Yeah, our ladies are watching the show.
Yeah. But then I've got to come back, and now Discogs has to send me a 1099 because I made over $500 or $600, and now I'm going to end up having to give the IRS some.
So when did they start doing this?
Hard-earned money. It's coming this year.
This year.
This year, yeah.
So next year I'm going to be paying a bunch of fucking taxes on me paying my rent. That's great.
I think you're confused. on
No,
that.
I pay because I'm subletting. I'm renting from somebody else.
Right, but they would have to pay because you give your money to them.
Yeah.
Oh, they're having to
So
pay
they
tax.
would have to pay,
That's
not
not
you.
You get taxed
Yeah.
on your income.
Yeah, it's not sales tax.
Yeah.
It's a form of income tax.
Yeah.
So,
Oh man.
he may be your housemate might be able to get away with it because it's part of
just
the
acting as
lease
the
and stuff
agent
like
or whatever,
that.
yeah.
Because it's
'Cause it's not
going
showing
it's
his
going to them and going straight out to whoever owns the house.
Yeah, for me, I buy a album at Goodwill for $2.99. I turn around and sell it for $10, and then I'm going to have to pay taxes on that $10.
And what about the state of Washington? They sing it
I
down.
don't think they do anything.
Do you
Not
charge
yet.
sales tax online or no?
Most of the places will do it for you now. Like
Okay,
eBay,
well,
Discogs, they'll do it all.
Have you sold any Milli Vanilli?
Never come across Milli Vanilli at all.
Was there ever a vinyl Milli Vanilli?
Oh, I'm sure there was.
Oh.
I had it on
that time,
CD. You know how everybody got like they got paid back for.
Oh, you can turn it in?
Oh,
I
I
turned it
didn't
in,
know that.
and I got for a $15 CD. I got like $2
You should have kept it because now it's a collector's
Maybe
item.
there's 11 songs.
and now
on
now
there. There's
and now
only two.
that's what everybody does on TikTok is they lip sync.
Yeah.
Sure, but they're
A little
also
different.
not
They're also
saying-
telling the people.
Yeah.
Well, and you know that they're lip syncing because a lot of times they're terrible at it. But
It
you
was
know.
the implication, right?
It was
But
it was that
also
they
not the
didn't tell
first or
anybody
last
that
time
they were,
this
and it was somebody
gonna
else singing.
Yeah.
So
So Milli Vanilli, right now, if you wanted to go to Discogs and buy their album, what
They
was
got
their first album? It was All or Nothing, right? That
yeah,
was the first one?
and "Blame It on the Rain" is one of the songs.
Disc.
I actually had that on CD, and I actually really liked
Mimer
that,
had
that
She
album.
might still on CD.
Blame it on the
There's
rain.
446 for sale right now, but that's all platforms. It's all just trying. There we go.
Weird Al did a parody of it called "Blame It on the Drain," and it was a plumber song. This is what they called it, the plumber song.
That's what Matt's gonna do when he comes.
That would be great, actually.
Blame it on the drain.
Yeah, but beatbox. He'll be Angela Lansbury as a union plumber beatboxing parody.
What did you guys think of that meme that I posted of Angela Lansbury playing Smeagol?
I thought Charles had done that, actually.
No, that was me.
All right,
Yeah.
that's funny.
Well, maybe they didn't have a vinyl version
I don't know,
in the
'cause I
don't think
US.
Vinyls weren't
If
popular
you
back
rented
then.
in just the right
Europe,
place
they
for
had
it to
it in
skip.
France,
Oh.
Italy, Greece. A lot of places had a vinyl version, but I'm
Oh.
not seeing one that was released in the U.S. on
Jeez,
vinyl.
that's interesting.
Yeah. Well, it was-
Bolivia, Costa Rica.
Well, it was the '90s, and vinyls weren't popular in the '90s. It was all cassettes
man.
and CDs.
Yeah, because those, and CDs were so expensive.
Oh my
Let's
God!
Look
Yes.
at the
Do you-
UK version.
Do you remember when CDs came out in 24 karat gold?
No.
Yeah, I had Pink Floyd on 24 karat gold for
What
a
do you
while,
mean
but
on
I
24?
sold it.
What do you mean?
It was like coated.
It was
Like
it was
the disc itself?
it was
Jeez, that's
it was
cool.
made with gold, and it was supposed to like be
It just lasts longer. or
it
whatever?
sounds better apparently.
No, it doesn't sound any different.
Well, that was
It's digital.
seriously, that was why they were. That's one of the selling points is because
Yeah.
if you had a high-end, hi-fi system, you could hear a difference between the standard CD
I don't know. I don't
and the
think
gold CD.
Yeah, I don't.
I
I would love to see some data on that because I don't know how it could.
I had a
Right?
Queen CD that was the 24 karat.
Did
gold.
you notice it? Did you also have just a standard CD?
I had like a Walkman. I just wanted it because it was gold. I didn't care
Because I'm
what it sounded
curious
like.
now. What CD or what album was it?
I honestly don't remember. I just remember it as being Queen.
Yeah, the first CD I ever bought was 7 Year Bitch, Sick'em, and that was before I had a CD player, but it was like $10.
Let's see.
I'm stoked on it. It's a good record to this day.
First
It holds
one I
up.
bought was on CD. Might have been Creedence
Nice.
Green River.
Oh, jeez.
Wow, that's fucking
Sounds right.
24.
Greens is
great
solid.
album. Yeah, great album.
They're solid.
7 Year Bitch is a great album too.
It is. It's a good record.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, they produced a bunch of really cool shit. Yeah. Yeah, I just saw a photo of Stephanie Sargent today.
Yeah.
Rest in peace. Yeah.
Just popped up on a.
None yet. Some.
Let's see here.
Yeah, when did she die?
Geez, I think before Jupiter. Honestly, like 92 or something.
Yeah.
Before
Yeah.
Jupiter was born.
Man, oh man.
Yeah, she rocked, though. And she worked at Rocket Pizza.
Yeah. Did Donnie work there at the same time?
He might have worked there at the same time. Real close.
When he had his orange hair.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't
Yeah, that
know.
kid. Jeez.
Haven't seen him forever.
Come on.
Blame it on the drain.
What are we waiting on?
I'm trying to pull up a thing, and the internet is like choking on.
Well,
my
then let's
iPad.
just talk about something else.
Let's talk about
game shows.
It's a series of classic recorded performances issued by Audio Fidelity using 24-karat gold plated compact discs. Only the original master mixes are used and played back on a specially constructed vintage playback deck. Each analog master is put through a proprietary analog to digital converter, which enforces blah, 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 blah. But it has a list of all the albums that came out in 24-karat gold.
Jeez, nice. And you happen to have one.
I had one. I'm pretty sure it was Queen. I could be remembering incorrectly.
Yeah, I
What's
think I
that
had
coolest
Dark Side.
record you got?
The coolest of all time, or
Yeah. They just got them lying around.
got a Green River's original on vinyl. NWA original first pressing of
Straight Outta Compton?
Man,
Straight Outta Compton.
I had a 45 of Season of the Witch by the local band.
Sonics.
The Sonics. I had a 45 single of that, and it was rough, man. It was beat to shit, skipping all over the place. But I managed to sell it for like $30
Right on.
because it was an original.
Yeah, that's cool. Sonics were great.
Yeah. God, just a ton.
Well, maybe it wasn't Queen. I remember buying an album. I don't remember who it was though.
Yeah, I got the not Green River, but the first Mudhoney.
Oh,
Yeah,
sweet.
at that show that was with Sonic Youth
Oh,
at the old train station.
nice.
At the old Union Station downtown. I went with Michelle Prouty.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
My son and I sent a bunch of Mudhoney stuff to Mark Arm and had him sign it,
Oh, that's
send it
nice.
back. So it was kind of cool.
Yeah, and I think Turner just came out with a book. Steve Turner's got a book.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, they're cool. They deliver. I remember,
Good dudes.
That's like they're regular dudes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the minute they got like signed to something big, people are like, oh, they do yeah.
You mean they're trying to make
Shut your
money
fucking face. Yeah, no
doing
shit.
what they love?
And have for mass.
Hey, we'll
right?
sell out tomorrow.
Oh my
Any
God,
of
it's
you?
so Yeah.
Yeah,
Nobody's making them do something besides what they're doing.
I think
It's like,
the best response to they sold out is like, yes, we sold out every show.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, Rice-A-Roni. We'll sit up here and talk about Rice-A-Roni every
Is that
fucking
still a thing?
show.
Is Rice Roni still a thing?
No,
If
I
you guys
wonder
wanna
if they have
sponsor us.
But now that we're older,
I still think we
you
should
have
get.
a reduced sodium.
I say we're gonna eat it.
I think we should. I think we should get.
Take a
We should get
bite.
Jones Soda to
Oh, geez, yeah, no, John.
I'd be all over it.
send us some root beers and other fun flavors, not that stuff that
Drink
like.
it and burp it on air.
Oh yeah,
Just for you
absolutely.
guys.
Oh yeah. No, I'll cook a Rice-A-Roni on air.
Oh, yeah.
absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
If they want to send me free food, anybody. And I
Mike,
mean
that's what you
anybody.
should do for the
I don't care
special content is like do cooking videos.
Geez, well, I cook every day, so I guess I could
Just set
film
up-
that
Set up a
shit.
camera.
Set up
Yeah,
your
and my
camera.
cats are like in the food and shit. It's like, oh my god.
And for extra flavoring, the cat is adding hair.
Texture.
Yeah.
Little texture.
Little texture.
They check everything. It's like, oh my god.
Is this?
I mean, because I
clear.
remember back in the olden days, like when I was a kid, my dad would have like locked lost his shit.
Oh,
There's
man.
a cat like doing whatever the fuck they wanted. Oh my god. It's like,
Oh man.
Yeah.
But now, people's dogs like live indoors. It's like when I was a kid, that just didn't exist.
Yeah.
That did not happen. It's like,
I trip over my dogs when I'm trying to make dinner. It's like I turn around, it's like, oh god damn it! Why do you gotta be so close?
yeah.
Because something might fall.
That's why you get like those gate things for
Yeah, but
toddlers.
then
And
you gotta, not
But-
be right next to your pets. It's like the whole reason I have a house is for the pets.
Actually,
my old
because-
lady be fine outdoors. She's
Right.
hardy.
Yeah.
But my cats, they're very tender.
Yeah, they got those big canvas tents you could get.
Yeah.
Dude, have you seen there's a video of a dog in like one of those little kennel type things. It's not a kennel because it's not a heavy metal thing, but it was like this kind of a tent material for like a small dog, and they put it inside and they locked it in there. And he started jumping, and it was because it wasn't anchored down to anything. He was able to run around the house inside the tent.
Oh, buddy. I bet he's getting worried.
Nice. All right, boys. Anybody have anything they have positive to end this beautiful?
Yeah, I got two words
beautiful
for you, pal. Gong Show.
Gong
The
Show. Ain't
Gong
nothing more
Show.
positive than that, man. Are you guys? How excited are you guys? I'm
Pretty
just like,
excited.
It
Over the
really
moon.
hasn't hit me just yet. I think it's gonna hit me like right before,
Yeah.
and I'll be like, oh my god. So yeah,
yeah,
I think it's going to be a blast.
Hey, it's gonna be fun.
And I saw people with Fred Meyer today. I'm like, hey, are you coming? Are you
Gong
coming?
Show.
Are you coming? Are you coming? So,
Are they all coming?
then, well, yeah, but they always say that.
yeah.
You
I'm
know.
like, oh yeah, I'll be there, and then they don't
So this
show.
is the guilty part. So I know y'all are listening to this. So.
That's the Seattle freeze for you, man. They say they're gonna
it's
be
just
there.
how it is. I've been
Oh, man, I've gotta-
playing live a lot, and I don't personalize it as much as I once did, right?
Yeah.
Like, and people got shit going on, and. So I'm not
Yeah.
going to be mad about it, but I'm going to be totally fucking mad about it if you don't show up.
We've been pushing this thing for a couple of months now, so
At least a month, yeah.
so
and,
it's
and
time,
I can't
guys.
speak for me, but these guys have put a lot of work into it. so somebody think of the children.
So yeah.
Yeah, we got to make our money back. So show
Well,
up, man.
and there's that. There's that.
Show
Charles,
up.
Oh, you know,
Charles
Amber-
needs to make it. Well, we all put money into this, so yeah. We
Yeah,
can
no,
make our
we
money back.
really do. So. Yeah, and then, and back to you, Rice-A-Roni.
Actually, if you could have any product be like a sponsor of the
Oh,
podcast,
man.
who would it be?
Who's
Anything.
got the biggest bucks?
No, come on. No, like a thing that you could easily talk about for 30 minutes and not have it feel like it's forced.
Oh boy.
Magic the Gathering. Here's looking at you guys, and you have all of the money, Hasbro. You have all of the money.
And you know
I
what?
personally have given Magic, like Hasbro, a lot of fucking money.
Hasbro,
so they can kick it back.
I'm a Star Wars fan.
Yeah.
Transformers, G.I. Joe,
All
pretty
the
much all
above,
the stuff
man.
that you actually have access to. And
Send
own.
us toys. Send us
and
Dude,
games.
yes.
And we
Hasbro,
will.
please, I could really go for a Robosun Optimus Prime. I'm not spending $800 on a toy, but you can send me one.
Not yet, anyway. Once they start throwing us cash, I'll
mean-
throw money back at them. I'm not afraid.
Seriously though,
Hasbro.
Oh, yeah, no, I spent $80 on Magic today, and I
The
can't afford it.
cab and the trailer both cost $800.
Yeah.
So,
Wow.
Hasbro, if you sponsor us, Mike will write your next jingle.
I will.
For sure.
And I can't help but notice that MTG doesn't really have a jingle. So you need me. You need me.
yeah. And you also need to figure out a way to distinguish it from Marjorie Taylor Greene, which is the other MGT. GT.
Oh, yeah, but she's not a winner. Magic the Gathering is a long time winner.
Honestly-
been winning nonstop since '93.
Yeah.
right. It's huge.
I knew many people who went bankrupt because of that game.
Yeah, no, it's great. But they didn't go bankrupt because of the Gong Show, did they?
No.
No, they did not. They will be overjoyed.
So come on down, 7 p.m. doors, $10 to get in. We've got the hayfields.
Yep.
We've got like 10 or 11 talented folks that are going to get up on stage and entertain you.
And at least 5 of them are really good.
Oh, yeah. And Jamal, right? Jamal's going to throw
That's
some
right.
bits around.
Jamal's coming up
Yeah,
to
no,
do
you can't beat it.
comedy.
No, we have a bunch of like professional comics.
There's actual
Jamal
professionals going to be on
Harrington
the
will be
stage,
the
so-
headliner.
Oh, yeah.
He'll close out the show.
Yeah.
Well,
And then
there's
we
no
got
headliner, but he'll be
He'll
the
close.
last
That's why.
one.
That's why.
He's
That's why I
close, yeah.
specified close out
Yeah.
the show.
I'm going to move him to the back.
And we got the Hayfields, who are also a professional rock
They
and roll
are.
outfit.
Yeah, very
They're really
good
good.
rock and roll
Both
band.
Marianne Riley and Romeo Nash are
Yeah,
professional
they're
comedians. They're going to be the
absolute
judges.
professionals. Yep.
Yeah.
And funny.
Very funny.
And funny.
I want to see Mariana get up and gong Jamal just for the hell of it.
We should tell her to. We should
Well,
get up.
I don't know if I can-
we
Just
should.
like
Hell,
he walks
never
out
had
and then he gets
anything.
gonged.
We should tell both of them to fight over who's going to gong
Yeah,
Jamal.
they just let him do his act as the two of them are wrestling.
No, and Romeo, he's got a voice.
Yes,
Yeah.
So, yeah.
He doesn't need a
necessarily
microphone.
need a mic. The guy's great. He was born to be a performer.
Oh, man,
He was born.
Romeo
for-
is absolutely hilarious. I cannot help but laugh when he tells stories. So
Yeah, no, he's funny.
it's very funny, dude.
It'll be good. So come on down, check us out. Go to r-townpodcast.com and there's some specifics there. You can also become a member in our members only section.
Yeah, no, it's a great idea.
Which will get you bonus material, bonus show. It'll get you blogs. It'll get you videos.
And
It'll get you all
Right.
kinds of stuff.
And if you've made it this far and you haven't subscribed to our social medias,
What is wrong with you?
you got to go to facebook.com/ourtownpod.
It's pretty easy to find, right?
Yes.
I mean, come on.
I actually posted last week's video on Facebook. I haven't looked to see how many people watched it yet, though.
Yeah, I don't know. No whammies tonight. Good job, guys.
Hey.
Let's close it out, and we'll come back if you're a member only and do our bonus round here in a few minutes.
Top 5 best game show hosts. Check it out.
Oh,
That's
geez.
correct. Thanks, guys.
All right. See ya.
And we're done.
Please like, subscribe, comment, and share. And if you think this episode is worth $1 or $5, the boys would love to have it. Please go to ourtownpod.store for merch or to donate now. For less than a cup of coffee, you can also join the website in the member-only area for exclusive bonus content, blogs, and more. It's just $3 a month or $30 a year. Thank you for listening to this production of Our Town Podcast Extraordinaire.